is how to do this goth look. Hello, I'm Carmelly Creeps. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be doing a goth makeup tutorial since I've had a lot of people ask for one. What you will need for this tutorial is a white foundation along with eyeliner, dark eyeshadow, and different kinds of makeup brushes and makeup sponges. First thing you want to do is grab a headband and put your hair back so that it doesn't get in your face. And then you want to grab a makeup sponge that's like this. With your makeup sponge, you want to put a little bit of the foundation on it and then put it in multiple spots on your face and start blending like this. And those 3 dots will probably not be enough, so just keep putting more on your sponge and keep blending it until you have a nice even layer. Once you have done an even layer all over your face, you can either leave it like this, which just makes you look very, very pale, or if you want a white base, then you add another even layer. Also, don't forget to get all the corners, including your inner nose, your eyebrows, your eyes, all of it. I forgot to have my camera sideways, but anyways, once you are happy with the base, you can go ahead and take a little bit more foundation on your sponge and put it under here and a little bit on your neck. So once you're done with your base, you can take some setting spray or white setting powder to set your base so that it doesn't move very much. And make sure you spray your face really well as your jaw, and make sure to get the sides of your face too. So after your face is dry, you want to take a liquid eyeliner pen like this. This is Breakup Proof by Wet n Wild. And you want to follow the corner of your eye like this and kind of go upwards. And the best thing about goth makeup is if you mess up your eyeliner, you can just keep making your eyeliner bigger and bigger until you're satisfied with it. And if you mess up, you can take your white foundation and your sponge and dab over where you got it, but never take a makeup wipe to the eyeliner if you already have your white base on. After you have your line up like this, you want to bring it in this way. Bring it in this way, and I usually stop right where my eye crease is. So I did mess it up in this corner a little bit, but I just strung it out right to where my eye crease is. And then next you want to draw a line like this, and then on the top of your eyelid draw one to connect it. So like this, it's kind of like the Pac-Man mouth. And then before you fill in this side, go ahead and do the other side just to make sure everything matches up. So again, you want to put it in the corner of your eye and go up. And after you go up, you want to connect back over here. So I feel like my eyeliner is a little uneven, so before I do the Pac-Man mouth, I'm going to go ahead and kind of fatten it up right under here. After you are happy with your eyeliner, you can go ahead and do the Pac-Man mouth. So you bring it in here, and then right on top of your eyelid, connect it. After you have both sides, you can go ahead and take your eyeliner and fill it in. After you get your eyeliner filled in, if your eyeliner is running out like mine is, and there's a bunch of white dots, you can take a small flat brush like this with some black eyeshadow and pack it in there. Be very careful so you don't go outside your lines. But you can just like pack it in like this. And I'm gonna do that off camera. After you pack it in there, you can take a look at your eyeliner. Right now, mine is a little uneven. In my opinion, this side's a little pointier than this side. So I'm gonna take my eyeliner and very carefully make the side a little bit more pointed. After you're done with your eyeliner, take a look at your eyes. You can't really see it right now, but this crease right here, if that is bothering you, very, very gently take the tip of your sponge and kind of brush it out this way. After that, you want to take your same brush like this, that's kind of small and flat, and you want to take your black eyeshadow. I use this palette, but honestly it doesn't really stay on the best in my opinion. But you want to do one of these, tip of it, and then you kind of want to go like that and kind of like connect it to the point of your eyeliner. Now you can either take it all the way down to here, to the corner of your eye, or today I'm just going to have it halfway. And it is kind of like faded, so I am going to take a little bit more of the black eyeshadow and go like this, and then put more on. After that, I'm going to kind of fill in this corner right here and in here. So I'm taking my brush and kind of doing an inward motion this way like this, very gently. After it's filled into your liking, I am going to take my small brush again with the eyeliner on the tip of it and kind of get right here by my eyelashes. After you're done doing that, you want to do the same thing to the other side. Again, you take your smaller flat brush, you dip it into the black, and you start putting it in the corner right where your eyeliner tip is. Then after you do that, you want to get the black right in here in this corner. After you go down your eye as far as you want to get more of the black and re-put it on that again. After you're done that, you are going to take a small feathered brush like this, and you're going to do, I'm going to use dark gray. So the one on the palette I'm going to use is right here. So you want to get some of that on your brush, but not too much. Always pat it on something before you use it so it doesn't get powder all over your face. And then you want to start kind of putting some like right up here like this. And you just want to do that kind of all over. Sometimes I go out to here. We'll see what I do. And while you're putting the gray on, you want to make sure that you're doing it very lightly and very gently like this. So by starting out here with the eyeshadow, it made it look lighter in here, which is kind of what I want. So you just want to be very, very soft with it. And then after that, you can start doing small circles to blend it in with the black. Also, by being very careful, it kind of gives this like white line above your eyebrow as well. So just be very gentle when you are putting on the gray. And then after that, you do the same to the other side. So for the other side, take our dark gray, and after we get some on our brush, we're going to tap it because we don't want too much. And then we are going to gently start putting it on in here like this and shaping the shape that we want. And then after you put that on and get the shape that you want to do little circles in the black to blend it all together. Also, without putting any more eyeshadow on my brush, I feel like the white arches are a little too prominent, so I'm just going to go in and just very gently dab along the line. So this next part I've never done before, so I'm going to wing it, but I'm taking this clean pointy paintbrush along with my foundation, and I'm just going to put a little bit on the paintbrush like this, and I am going to try and carve out kind of like a white part. Give me a second. So this is where I am with the white foundation over the eyeshadow. You take this little brush and you put like the tiniest little bit of foundation, and then you want to start in the inner corner and kind of start carving out the shape that you want with the white foundation. It is going to crease, so it's just easier to just do the crease too, because when you open your eyelids, it's going to smear. But to help prevent that, where there's big piles of the foundation, you want to draw it down. So this is where I am with the white foundation over the eyeshadow. You take this little brush and you put like the tiniest little bit of foundation, and then you want to start in the inner corner and kind of start carving out the shape that you want with the white foundation. It is going to crease, so it's just easier to just do the crease too, because when you open your eyelids, it's going to smear. But to help prevent that, where there's big piles of the foundation, you want to draw it down. So like if I go like this, you see all that, you want to spread it out and like pull it down to make sure that it completely dries. Also, it takes a couple layers to get it this white, so do as many layers as you need. Here's where I'm at right now. I don't really like it at the moment, so I'm gonna try and fix it. It looks worse in person than it does on the camera. So I'm going to take my small flat brush again, along with the black, and I'm going to do that first eyeshadow step that we did, where we went in here and kind of lined that part. But I'm not gonna go fully in like I did before. I'm only gonna stop about right here, and then I'm gonna kind of blend that in this corner. So after that, this is what we got, and then I'm going to do the same to the other side, flat brush with the black, and then do it right in this corner by the eyeliner. So this is where we're at right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this small feathered brush again, and I'm gonna go in with the dark gray, but I'm only gonna do like 1 or 2 little taps and then tap it on something so it's not dusty. And then I'm gonna add some of the gray like right in here, very, very, very gently. Then I'm gonna do this same to the other side, just a little gentle tap, and then very lightly right in here. So here is what we have right now. If you feel yours is not blending as well as you want it to be, like mine is, you can take your feathered brush, you don't have to dip it in anything, but just go like this and kind of blend it all together. After that, I'm going to take that same feathered brush and I'm going to go in with a lighter gray than the dark gray. So I'm only going to do like a very tiny bit. Always tap it so your face doesn't get dusty. And then I'm going to lightly go like this to blend some of that white and the black together. So here is what we are left with, and I'm going to do the same to the other side. It's really hard to see, but it is helping it blend together more. So very lightly, just going to go in like this and blend the black and the white together. And when you're blending, make sure you don't go all the way over here. Make sure you're just kind of staying in the middle and to the side. After that, I'm going to take some white eyeshadow and dip my finger in it and go along my eye right here. Make sure your fingers are clean because you don't want to mess up your white eyeshadow. So I'm just going to take my pointer finger like this, get a little bit, and go right in the corner of my eye right here. And now we are pretty much done at the eyeshadow, but we are going to put a pin in it and come back later and put in some glitter. If you have any dark spots like this, like I have, you can take your sponge that should already be dirty and just kind of pat it out to kind of make it go away. Next thing we are going to do with our eyes is take a gel eyeliner like this. This is from Tattoo Studio. I love this stuff. I use it for so many other things and it genuinely stays. And we are going to put it in our waterline. If you're like me and can just go like this and put it in there, like that's great. If not, take your dirty sponge and pull your eye down like this. You will probably have to touch that up afterwards. But it's better than using your finger and then there being like a full-on finger spot. So what I'm going to do is lay it like this, right in the waterline. For your lower waterline, you can put as much eyeliner as you want in there. Me personally, I really like to pack it in there. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a whole bunch of eyeliner in my waterline. Once you really get it into your waterline, you can also put it in like the corners like this to make sure there is no color showing. And then this part is optional, but I like to do it. I'm going to take my eyebrow and lift it and put the eyeliner in the upper waterline as well. I'm also going to do that in my mirror. After that, we're going to take a break from the eyes and we are going to move on to nose contouring. So you want to take a really small flat brush like this. See, it's completely flat. Or if you don't have a small one like that, or if you only have one that's slanted like this, that'll work too. And what you want to do is you want to find like the lightest gray that you have, and you want to take your brush. With my palette, I use this one. You want to take your brush and gently just kind of dab it like this, and you always tap it against something. And then I like to start at my eyebrows and I make a line like this, and then when I get to about here, I start kind of moving towards the center to make like a point. So like that, and you just kind of stamp it. And I'm gonna go do that in my mirror. So this is what I have right now, and then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. So I'm gonna take my lightest gray, which is this one. I'm gonna take my flat brush and gently dip it in there, and then tap it against something. Start at my eyebrow and kind of bring it down this way, and I do it in like a stamping motion. So like this, you push, and then right under that line, and you keep stamping it like that. And this is what we have so far. If your lines are kind of jagged like this, you don't even have to dip your brush. You can just go in and gently kind of like go like that. Very, very gently though. So after we have this how we want it to be, what I like to do is I don't even dip my brush. I just go in like this and kind of make two stamps, like a little triangle. So this is what I have, and I always feel like that little part is too dark, so I will take my dirty sponge and just kind of go in and tap it so that it lightens up, and then once I'm satisfied with it, I leave it. After that, I'm going to take a brush kind of like this. This is bigger than ones that I would usually use, but I can't find my smaller one. And so you're going to go in and you're not going to dip it in anything, but you're just going to kind of feather it like this. Just make sure you don't get in on that side. You only want to do it on the outer side. So you want to like feather it down kind of like this. And then do that until you're satisfied with it. So this is the feathered side. This is the not feathered side. So you want to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side like this. Remember to only do it on the outer part. After that, your nose is done. Now what I would usually do is take my liquid eyeliner and do my eyebrows. So basically, since my eyebrows are so light with the white base over it, and the black, it kind of distracts from the fact that you can still see a lot of my eyebrows with the way I map them out. But I don't really feel like doing my eyebrows today, so I'm just going to take some dark eyeshadow to make my eyebrows darker to match the rest of the look. So I'm going to take one of my flat brushes and I'm going to do some of the dark gray for my eyebrows because there's already like some black in here and I don't want them to be like insanely dark because, like I said, I don't want to have to do my eyebrows. So I'm just going to go in and just kind of go like this and just kind of, sorry my video cut out, but I was just going in like this and just kind of like mapping out my eyebrows. So here's the difference. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. So again, we're taking our flat brush, we are dipping it into the dark gray, and then we're gonna tap off the excess, and then we're just gonna go in and gently just go like that along our eyebrows. Also, if you want to make your eyebrows appear longer, you can just come like this and just kind of gently go like that, and it makes it look longer and pointier. After we're done our eyebrows, we want to go back to the eyes and we want to grab our liquid eyeliner and we're going to do our corners. This part is scary and stressful, so be very cautious and be very gentle. So we're going to take the very tip of that and we are going to draw a line out as far as you want to go, but I usually don't let it cross into my nose area. So you're just going to go like this and make that line. I'm going to do it in my mirror. So here is that line. See, it kind of starts like right up there, and I use the very tip of this and I went very slowly, and I'm going to stop it like a little bit before where I actually want it to be so I can do the bottom one. So for the bottom one, you want to use the very tip and you want to slowly connect it to your eye, like right down here. So it will be like that. So here is our line, and if you want to make this tip pointier, you can use the very tip of your brush again and very slowly kind of draw it out like that a little bit more. So that is our corner piece. So we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Start right up here with the very tip of this and go very slowly and draw it out to about here. Remember to stop it a little bit before you want it, and then you're going to draw the other one back this way. So this is what we have so far. This part is optional, but if you want to be fun, you can take some glitter. I'm going to use this lighter one right here, and I'm going to put a little bit on my finger, like that much, and I'm going to mainly put it in the inner corners, but then kind of go like that to get it on my eye. It's kind of hard to see, but right there, and I feel like I need a little bit more, so I'm just going to put a tad bit more and put it more in the corner of my eye like this. This is what we have. This is the difference. I accidentally got some down here, but I'm going to go ahead and put the glitter on the other side too. So I'm going to take my finger with the silver, go like this, start at the inner part and brush it out that way with my finger. After that, we're going to take the mascara of your choice and then go ahead and put it on your eyelashes just normally, and you can make your eyelashes as big as you want to. After that, we are all done with our eyes. So then next we move on to blush. So you can take a brush like this or any blush brush, and you want to put it in some black eyeshadow. That's what I always use. You want to make sure you get it on there like so. And then you can either apply it like normal brush like this, or if you want it to be pointy, you can take a piece of paper and line it up like this, suck in your cheeks like, and then do a line like that. So that's what, sorry, I became indecisive mid-sentence. I am gonna go ahead and do that where I suck in my cheeks and go like this, and I'm gonna turn around so hopefully you can see me in the mirror. I don't know. You wanna make sure you do it low enough too, like down here. And then this is what you have, and then you can also blend that out some like I do, where you just go in like this and just gently kind of bring it up and just blend it a tad like this. And then you do the same thing to the other side. It's hard to make sure they're even. If you're ever unhappy, if it like this, where it went too far, you can just take your dirty sponge and just kind of pat it up a little bit. So I got my line, and then I'm just going to kind of blend it out a little bit. And then lastly, for your lips, you want to take your liquid eyeliner pen again. It seems I have misplaced mine that quickly. And then what I do is I map out my lips with the eyeliner. So I'll show you in a second, but I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna go first. You're gonna draw a line like this, and then 2 lines outwards to make a triangle. So like this. So line down, and then attach to the side, and then right into the middle. And you do the same on the other. At this stage, I would usually go in with my black lipstick, but I can't seem to find any of mine. So I'm just gonna use some waterproof eyeliner. So then basically with the lipstick, I would just go in and do my lipstick like I would if I was dressing normally. After I get my lipstick on, I always go over it with some lip gloss to kind of help with the dryness. So I'm using this one. It looks black, but it's really just clear and glittery. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then after that, your makeup is done. Here is the final look. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it did take me a lot of practice to get this down. But once you're done your makeup, you can go get dressed, do your hair, put on your accessories, whatever you need to do. I hope this helps. If you think I'm cool, please follow my other socials. I'll have them right here because I can't name all of them off the top of my head. But any support is appreciated. Bye.